Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is my firm belief that each and every cadet deserves to have access to good food delivered by high-quality restaurants in a reasonable amount of time without having to wait in sub-freezing temperatures. In order to rectify this situation, I have tasked 3 of our finest programmers to develop a mobile application that will allow the cadets to place delivery orders at the local restaurants. This will allow the cadets to order food and have it delivered to a specific location at a specific time, both of which will be chosen from the restaurant's delivery schedule. American Burrito, Dong Fong, Shades, and even Highland Falls Market have all become notorious for late delivery times and poor customer service. This very evening, I witnessed with my own eyes dozens of cadets languishing in the frigid and desolate wasteland known as Grant Turnaround. They wait there, pathetic and shivering, until they catch a glimpse of the headlights of the delivery vehicle in the distance. This brief moment of hope is often crushed as their orders are routinely messed up. After they get their delivery, they then hurry back to their room in this promise of warmth, regardless that their order was messed up in the first place by the restaurant. Now, there are those out there who say that this flawed system can continue and that it is good enough. To them I say, it's time to stop. It's time to end this. Starting today, we will have the change you need. I'm Bryce Tyson. I endorse this message.
Urgent message from the president. He needs you to make an app.
Oh, go away. I can
Oh,
do it tomorrow.
we need you now. Your country needs you now.
By Jove, you're right. You've done a great service to the country, soldier. Carry on. If I'm building this app, I'm going to need some quality help. I need John Mortensen. Hello, John. It's urgent. We're needed by our country. Oh, Mrs. Mortensen, I'm sorry. Do you know where John is? He's on maternity leave. Oh, that's bad news. All right, well, thank you for your help. Bye.
Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells sleigh and jingle bell ring. Dancing and dancing, jingle bells swing. I can't be there.
Surprise!
What, soldier?
Urgent message from the White House.
Go ahead.
The president needs you to build an application.
An apple what now?
An application.
Oh, of course he does. Tell the boss man I'll be right on it.
Yes, sir.
Move out, soldier.
Oh.
For our application, we're going to start off at the home screen. We see in Garrison, it's nice and warm, around -7 degrees Celsius. Imagine that. So let's go to the selection of all of our apps and open up our restaurant app. The first thing you're going to see is a list of restaurants. The first thing we see on the first restaurant that we see is American Burrito. We're going to go ahead and select that. Here we're going to see the restaurant's name that we selected, American Burrito, along or right above a list of everything on this restaurant's menu that we can select. For now, I'm not going to select any of them. I'm just going to take you to the next screen by going to the bottom and pressing the Proceed to Checkout button. The Proceed to Checkout button is going to bring up a receipt type of view. It's called our order view. That's what we call it, our order view. You're going to see, because we didn't order anything, all we see is a blank tax and a blank total cost. You see 2 buttons over here for selecting a delivery time and a pickup location, and down here we have the option to restart our order or submit our order. The Select a Delivery Time button, selecting that, will give us an alert dialog with a bunch of different time options to choose from. Here we can choose from 1600, 1800, 1900, anywhere on the hour all the way up to midnight. We just select one of these things, hit done, and the application remembers the delivery time that you selected. The next option is to select a pickup location. By hitting this button, another alert dialog comes up listing the 5 different places that this restaurant will deliver to. Here we have Grand Turnaround, Arvin Corner, Library Corner, Thayer Gate, and of course, if you are airborne, you can have your food airborne dropped in. For the sake of our demonstration, we'll select Grand Turnaround. So now we've selected the delivery time and a pickup location. Now we're going to try to submit our blank order. Our order has been submitted. We will report to Grant Turnaround at our selected delivery time. Now let's go back through this and actually place an order. You saw our first view there that listed our restaurant. We clicked on that restaurants button. Now we're back to this menu. Now I'm going to order the Grizzly, which is listed as costing $9.95. The Outlaw, another $9.95 item, a Cabo salad, a large fish burrito, a 5-alarm chili, and a chicken quesadilla, as well as whatever this all-American item is that costs $25. All of this, of course, for our good friend John Mortensen. Clicking the Proceed to Checkout button will take me to the receipt screen, and here you can see all of the items that I've selected listed alongside all of their respective prices. Down here you see in italics the word tax followed by the $4.19 value right here representing our sales tax. That added to all the individual costs of our items gives us the grand total of $73.99. Before we move on, I want to touch on a type of input validation that we integrated into this app. If you do not select a delivery time and do not select a pickup location, which you certainly have the option to do, and you just go straight ahead and hit the submit button, that's invalid. We want you to select a delivery time and a pickup location using those dialogues that we specified earlier. So if you hit submit without setting a delivery time or a pickup location, it will give you an alert dialog. Here, it hits the pick a delivery time first. The message reads, choose a valid delivery time by pressing the choose a delivery time button. We hit OK. We're redirected back to the same screen where we can select our delivery time, and I'll select it for 2000 right now. Hit done, it stores it. Let's try doing it without a pickup location now. You see a similar error message. Choose a pickup location, choose a valid pickup location by pressing the choose a valid pickup or by pressing the choose a pickup location button. We hit OK, and we know that we need to choose a pickup location. Choose library corner, hit done. Now we've got everything we need. We hit the submit button. It tells us that our order has been submitted. Report to library corner, our pickup location at 2000, our delivery time. There's one button that we haven't covered yet on the final screen. I'm going to go right back through, submit our order, proceed to checkout. Now we've got a smaller 3-item order that totals $22.68. Say you want to reset your order. Say you want to go back and pick something else. You decided that you don't want the Cabo salad, pulled pork tacos, or the large fish burrito. Down here at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, we have a Restart Order button. Hitting that will simply take you to the previous screen, uncheck all of your selections, and allow you the opportunity to resubmit a different order. Here we do this. We see our new total, select a delivery time, and a location, and submit. Our order has been submitted. We will report to the airborne draft at 1600. From here on out, the data that we send goes straight to our Google back engine.
So we'll be discussing now what happens to our data after a user hits the submit order button. We use the Google App Engine backend to host all the information that's going to be stored onto our server. So we have built an endpoint for each order. Every time a user hits the submit order button, it will add an order value to the database, which will have 5 different data attributes. The first is an ID, which is a unique identifier for each order. It allows us to distinguish whichever order from any other order, and it will be a long value. The location will be the physical location that the order is being delivered to. The price is going to be the total cost of the order to include sales tax, and that'll be a double. The description is just a string that describes what food items are being ordered by the user, and then the time will be a double, and that'll just be one of the available times that the restaurant has said that they're able to deliver their product. So what we grab that all information from the user. That happens as soon as a user hits the submit order button on the application, and it sends that data all the way to the server where it will be stored on the database. From there, the restaurant can view what orders have been placed for what times, what they need to cook, and where it will be delivered to.
Let's take a look at the code. Here we find in marketview.java, which was the view where we selected our different menu items, deciding what our order would actually be. After we're done, we clicked a button at the bottom that said proceed to checkout. Now, to get to that checkout view, we have this method right here defined, switch to order view. Now, if you remember, in this class, we discussed passing messages to activities via intents, and part of how to do that is making a bundle and using an intent to pass that bundle into that activity when you start the activity. We'll get to that later. For now, let's look at this selected data structure. What's selected is an array list of menu items that gets populated as the user selects those checkbox next to the menu items that they actually want. Menu items have three different attributes: a title, a description, and a price. Here, this code shows us basically extracting the names of all the menu items into an array list of strings called names, the descriptions of all the menu items into an array list of string called descriptions, and all the prices of the menu items into a double array named price. So we extract all those three attributes from all the menu items first, and then we go down here and then we'll put them separately in our bundle, which, if you remember, is called B. B.put string array list names. We put the description array in there, or array list in there, and then we put our price array in there finally. And if you notice, this put string array list and put double array, the first parameter is a key, which we just set as a string, price, and a value, which is the actual data structure that you're passing in. Here we have an intent declaration, and then we have market view this, order view.class, basically what we're coming from, where we're going to. We use the put extras method to put our bundle of intents, or a bundle of data structures, I should say, into the intent. We then call start activity with the parameter my intent. So what that's going to do is it's going to pass the B, the bundle, our bundle where we stored these three data structures, basically all our information about the items, the menu items that the user selected in this bundle, which gets put into my intent, which gets passed into start activity. The reason why we broke these up into three different data structures was, if you notice, put string array list, and put double array are methods native to bundle. So bundle didn't have one, obviously, for a custom array. It did have one for a parsable array, but that would have been us adding a whole other class that extended parsable. So we start this activity with start activity, my intent. So let's go to our order view.java and see how we get these data structures out of here. So we have a new bundle B, and we call this.getIntent.getExtras. Basically, it gets the intent that this application, this activity was started with, and it gets the extras and stores it in a bundle. Here, because we know the keys, we can call b.getStringArrayList, b.getStringArrayList with these keys, and of course b.getDoubleArray with this key. Now we have those three data structures, and we can mess with them, use it to calculate our total later on, the tax, and everything else in our order view.
So in conclusion, in the restaurant app we used intents, on-click listeners, and the Google App Engine backend to create an app that will allow a user to send an order to a restaurant specifying the time, location of an order, as well as the food that's actually ordered.